Welcome in, everybody. I am James Riles, and with me in the booth here is Christian Stewart, and we're going to bring you the Davis Brothers Roofing Pocono 163 from Pocono Raceway. Christian, how you doing today?
Doing all right. It's a great evening outside, and it seems to be like a great evening here at Pocono.
Yeah, definitely. 76 degrees Fahrenheit, 103 degrees track temperature, so we'll see how that affects things as we are gridding up already, ready to go, as Joe Stafford has taken your pole position. Um, really, the tale of how the season's been going definitely has been really good this year. Racing for this league, Sunday Night NASCAR. So him starting up front is really a precursor. It's kind of hard to pass here. You know, it's got the greatest, longest straightaway in NASCAR. It's a 2.5 mile. They call it an oval. I don't think that's an oval.
If I remember anything from my grade school years, I'm pretty sure that's a triangle.
I'm very sure too. So this is you see that configuration there. This is a triangle, the tricky triangle, as we are going to be gridding up here shortly. So might as well run you guys through the lineup as we are going to get started here. Joe Stafford, number one with a 53.323. Of course, behind him, another one that we are used to talking about, Raymond Root, a number 69 car. Joseph Lester in third, and that number 9, Chase Elliott, Napa paint job. The number 98, Matt Baker in fourth. He's a newcomer to the league, but has been coming in with a storm. He says one win and one, almost got a win last week from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Leo Bonacasa in fifth. Charles Eaton in sixth. Dalton Mobley in seventh. Austin Story in eighth. Robert Nestor in ninth. Matthew Gaskins in 10th.
Oh, it's Austin Story in 10th. Matthew Gaskin in 11th. Robert Nestor in 12th. Thomas Neal in 13th. Marty Roberts Jr. in 14th. Top 15, or rounding out your top 15 is Chris Claude, I keep saying it to this day.
No, me too. Claude.
Dave Regal in 16th, Chad Sander in 17th, Lauren Jones in 18th, Alan Hinson in 19th, Randy Spivey in 20th.
Siva Cornez bringing 21st. Damon Lester in 22nd. Tom McGee 23rd. Dean Weeks 24th. Nicholas Breidenbach 22nd. Jeff O'Rourke 23rd. Benjamin Harp 24th. And this is where it gets Benjamin Harp 27th. Mike Contino 28th. 29th is going to be Jarrett Small. Steve Darderis 30th. And we're all jacked up because of SDK. Danielle Finken 31st. Kevin Rourke 32nd. And Derek Jacobs in last place. Probably doing some admin there. So we're going to see what happens here. Should be a good race. Pocono, I know both races, they had a doubleheader in NASCAR. Both races are really good, so we'll see what happened. I'm going to fix something real quick.
Yeah, didn't they do the Xfinity and the Cup race today?
Yep, they did. They did indeed.
And then Trucks was yesterday, wasn't it?
So trucks were Friday, and then they did a doubleheader at Pocono at Saturday. So yesterday they did NASCAR Cup and Xfinity this morning with the doubleheader Cup race finishing out. So they had 2 Cup races at Pocono this week.
Interesting.
Yep, Cobblish ended up winning today. And I think it was Alex Bowman won yesterday. After Kyle Larson was leading last lap, turn 4, or I guess turn 6, fight me, and lost a tire and actually like went into the wall in the backstretch. And Alex Bowman was able to take it. As Joe Stafford's going to bring him around here, that pace car is going to pull off, and we are going to see him as Joseph Lesser's pushing Joe Stafford, getting him moving there, getting ready to go. Everybody seems to be off to a good start as they take this 5-lane super wide track, able to get started. Everybody, some people starting from the pits there. Kavaja Holt, Barrett Coffee.
Yeah, decently open track. I know about Poconos, some of the other smaller tracks on the schedule.
Yeah, definitely. As that ticker up there. Yeah, you can go all the way to the bottoms. We got one in the wall. Dave Regal, it looks like, getting in the wall there. Everybody able to avoid it. It's going to be hard to catch cautions here with iRacing because of that.
It's actually Matthew Gaskins, rather, the 79.
Yeah, there it is. 79, Matthew Gaskins in the wall. Yeah, everybody, it's going to be hard to catch cautions here because it is so wide. Everyone can seem to avoid it. Otherwise, we got one spinning into the pits. It's Dave Regal catching pit lane there. Let's go back up front. Raymond Root, Joseph Lesser, Matt Baker, your top 3. So the key here in the NASCAR Cup Series was side drafting. It's very important to side draft, very important to, if you were going to get past, to make sure you can come around and so we got a yellow flag here. Kevin Rourke. Oh, that's going to be the 36 that started that off. Danielle Fink. Had a really good run last race. Unfortunately, just gets a little loose here. Let's see what happened. Oh, that tunnel turn. Gets a little high in the tunnel turn. Not able to save it. Gets involved with Kevin Rourke. Unfortunate. As Raymond Root and Joseph Lester are up front, Joe Stafford actually got pushed back to 6th place on that restart, down 5 spots. Could be something that he meant to happen. We'll see. And, if you get stuck on that bottom line, it's easy to get caught behind. But, of course, this is the Davis Brothers Roofing Sunday Night NASCAR Series, so be sure and check out Davis Brothers Roofing. Outcast Simcates, Butt Kicker. There they are, Davis Brothers Roofing. Title sponsor for the series. Really helping them out, getting this stuff broadcasted and out there. It is providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. So Joseph Lester, one of those that's really used to being up front. Of course, Raymond Root as well, that number 69 car. Matt Baker's the new guy. He's got one win, one at the, I think it was Sonoma Raceway. His first race in, he wins. Is able to take it. And then I believe last week he had a really good finish as well. course, a lot of good finishes last week. A lot of interesting finishes.
Yeah, we had Barrett Coffee winning last week. Matt Baker, I believe, got wrecked out on the final 2 laps, if I
Yep.
remember correctly.
Yep, I remember that now. I remember I remember why it was so exciting.
Yeah, it was an exciting little few laps there at the end of last week. Hopefully, we'll get another exciting one here tonight here at Pocono. Joseph Lester been caught up in some unfortunate wrecks the past few weeks, so he's looking to try and snag a win here. Joe Stafford, rather, he's already got 2 wins under his belt, leading the standings right now. So if I do believe he's already punched his ticket twice for playoffs. Raymond Root on the inside. Outside would be Joseph Lester. Waiting for that pace car to jump back down. This long 2.5 mile track. Pace lights are off, going down, I believe, the second straightaway here. It's not really a back straightaway. There's like a front straightaway, back straightaway, side straightaway.
Yeah, like the side away straight. I don't know. I hate Pocono. I cannot figure it out. I hate it because I'm bad at it. That's the only reason. And the only
interesting track.
Yeah, the only race I've ever ran here went 80 laps green, and it was miserable. So we'll see how they do. Just as a driver, it was miserable. But looks like these guys are better than I am. So it'll be a really good race. Raymond Root on the bottom, as you said. Joseph Lester, Matt Baker, Dalton Mobley, and Austin Story, your top 5. Joe Stafford, your pole sitter, sitting right at 6th place. Robert Nestor, Charles Eaton, Leo Bonacasa, and Siva Cornez finishing it out. So very important to get a push here at the beginning. You got that long straightaway coming out of turn 6. Going into turn 1. So you really need some help getting that car up through the gears.
Joseph Lester's going to be hanging back on that outside line. Trying to take advantage of that second line there, as you see. A lot of 2 wide action here.
Yeah, and with the outside line really had an advantage in the race today. With iRacing, it's a little bit different. They don't have that tire traction compound up there, so the bottom line is the fastest. A little bit more braking. You can kind of roll through the turn, the tunnel turn if you play it right. But because of how odd this track is shaped, you finish. It's a different turn every time. You know, there's different things you got to watch for. You know, Kyle Busch was able to win this race on fuel strategy. So another thing, you can come into pit and be out and not lose a lap here like most 2.5. So definitely something to watch there as Joseph Lester is looking at that high line on top of Matt Baker.
Austin Story going to follow him up there too. Sees that.
Look at the run you can get off that turn. Is go high, you're able to roll the gas through. Austin Story able to find that out, as well as Dalton Mobley, Joe Stafford,
Matt Baker trying to squeeze his way through on the outside of Matt Baker.
That's probably what happened to Joe Stafford earlier. You know, he got stuck on the bottom there. Found out, you know, that's not where you want to be. You know, if you can make a pass through turn 3s, it's odd. It's an odd track. You know, what works on the inside doesn't work on the outside on different terms. As you see, Matt Baker actually using that yellow line of the infield, which is what we saw Kyle Larson do, which was great on him until it tore up his tire. Of course, in the back, some other people watch. Siva Cornez Charles Eaton. I always keep my eye on Alan Henson. He's always always fast in the back there. Bides his time. Nicholas Breidenbach's another one, that 24 car. And of course, starting from the pits, Barrett Coffey and Kavaja Holt trying to work their way through the field there. Check back in with our leader here, Raymond Root. He's got Joseph in his mirror, something he's definitely used to. So we'll see what he can do with it as we move into turn 1.
We got YouTube chat saying this sucks. Where's Josh and Chris? Is this a podcast or a damn NASCAR race?
What?
Poseidon, though? If I said that name correctly.
Sorry, I got you, Poseidon. As we're entering turn 3, look at this. They're still lined up. Joseph Lester in second, Austin Story in third, Dalton Mobley in fourth, Matt Baker in fifth. Look at them still one by one there. Joe Stafford in sixth. We'll get there, Poseidon Joe. You just give us some time. Let him chill out.
Does look like everybody is now settling into position, though. You got a little bit of single file action. As I say, they're going down in turn 1 and going side by side again, so...
Yeah, Matt Baker really trying to make the inside work. It's going to be hard to make the inside work here. The draft is definitely there. You just got to know when to use it. And then if the leader's not going to break up your draft up high, don't worry about it.
Matt Baker getting into some contact there with the 77 of Dalton Mobley. See Seba Cornez, they're trying to make a move on to Joe Stafford. Can't quite make it done, so he's filed back in line there. Just like it says, don't talk too fast, buddy.
We got to find a middle ground for Poseidon Doe.
We're getting there, I think.
My life for you, Poseidon. King of the oceans and the seas. As Seba Cornez has found his way up to fifth. Up 16 positions already. He's absolutely flying. Dalton Mobley in sixth, who's up 2 positions. But really the story of the race, Joe Stafford falling back 6 positions. Kind of biding his time. He's going to let Raymond and Joseph up their race. Of course, Austin Story involved in that top 3 as well. Looks like Matt Baker's just happy to hang out as we go. We see there is a definite split. Randy Spivey, Marty Roberts Jr. back in this second group. Chad Sanner, Alan Henson fighting back there for 13th.
Yeah, track position is really going to help these guys too, getting into that clean air.
Yeah, no stage breaks. It could go green for the rest of the 65 laps. So you definitely want to keep moving, keep making your passes.
It's definitely a longer track, so longer track times. But yeah, if this thing keeps green, those laps start ticking down. 65 laps will go by just like that.
As Joseph Lester is still battling with Austin Story. Dalton Mobley trying to pass Matt Baker. Gets up into him a little bit. Doors him there. Lets him know he's there. It's going to be hard to make that bottom line work. As Joe Stafford's working with Matt Baker to get out ahead of him. You're not going to get the draft as you usually would here, where you need like a bunch of people organized to make it work. But you do need 1 or 2 guys there
Poseidon's getting a little aggressive here. He says, "I wish one of those cars would fly into the announcer's desk right now."
Nice.
Oh, well, I sure don't hope that. But I was gonna say I've seen some bumping here so far. And have you seen the new damage model for the trucks? I know this isn't the trucks, but it reminded me that the new damage model for the trucks is really really scuffed. Like you could get a little bump on your door and then your whole door's missing, and it'll affect your whole aero the rest of the race.
I did see that. I was running a CTC race Tuesday, and that happened. I've also seen it's got worse, where like now you can lose your whole truck bed cover, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. As Civic
Uh,
Cornez battling the number 77 here of Dalton Mobley.
yeah, I was gonna say because I ran a race in a league Monday night, and I had a slight contact, kind of like some of these little bumps that we've seen here tonight, and I ripped my entire left door off, and I was like, "Whoa, why am I driving so slow?" Crew chief's
Yeah.
like, "You're missing a door." I was like, "From what?"
Better than getting tagged in the exhaust and then your car blows up.
Yeah.
I've had that happen in the truck, so I'd rather it be relatively cosmetic here as they're lined up in 5th place. Of course, Joseph Lester kind of gapping out. Austin Story there. You're not too far behind here that with these, they use the high downforce package with them big 9-inch spoilers. So really, if Raymond Root can break out and be in open air here and just worry about his lap time, that'll really help him to where he not have to worry. I see him dive down there, kind of try and break up that draft. Joseph Lester staying high. So back there, Leo Bonacasa doing some work with Seba Cornez. Trying to get under that 77 of Dalton Mobley.
See Matt Baker doing the same thing. Joe Stafford following him down, trying to stay on that draft.
We have a battle for 21st. Damon Lester, Dean Weeks, Barrett Coffey. All battling back here at the back. Where's Dalton Mobley really trying to make that top line work? Holding off Seba Cornez and Leo Bonacasa. Robert Nestor now mixed in the ball, really driving defensively, getting that momentum up, moving through. Seba just cannot hold it through the tunnel and get there. And that all
He's got a
blacked
good
out
run
16.
on him though, going into turn 3 here.
Yeah, it's hard to clear when you got that top middle lane. You have so much momentum. When you're going into a mile and a half
In
stretch.
there.
Which is really interesting with that low banking, how they're able to make that work. You kind of saw it there. Robert Nestor tried to take it 3 wide on the bottom, but just didn't have enough. Seba in the middle, Dalton up top. As every time Seba beats him, there he goes. 77 gets a little hung up there coming out of the tunnel turn. Seba, Robert Nestor, Dalton Mobley.
He might not have damage because he got into the wall there coming out of the turn.
Unfortunate. That tunnel turn will get you. As a lot of people get by him. 75, Charles Eaton, Robert Nestor, as he's going to try and take it back here, cross him over, following Charles Eaton in that 75 car trying to make it past Seba Cornez, as now Seba has the advantage on that high line. See if he can get his momentum.
Bob Nestor getting a good run into the turn there. It's going to jump up and... Ooh. It's going to cross him up again. Oh, it looks like we've got a caution.
Sounds like Matt Baker. On the access road there. Battle for third here.
I just got into the side there of Austin Story. Looked like he tried to go low to stop the draft and saw that Matt may have had a little bit of a run and came back up the block and just didn't have the room. Batter got loose.
It looks like a blocking. He had the move down low. Matt Baker tries to push it up.
Also doesn't look like he had the room. It looked like he tried to go high, but just didn't have the room either.
Unfortunate move there, Matt Baker. Austin Story, that was the battle for third. That's definitely going to cause some issues. There's definitely everybody's going to come in here. Not really the time to not take fuel. They're probably running up on E here. That's literally everybody, but maybe Dave Regal trying to get some free positions here in 30th place. Joe Stafford going to win the race out of pit lane, followed by Raymond Root and Joseph Lester. So that pole spot really coming in handy for Joe Stafford there as he's able to take first place back. Let's dial up Joe and see if we can't talk to him. Him or Seba, your call.
Go ahead and go grab Joe Stafford here. Joe Stafford, this is Christian and James at the booth. You got us?
Sure.
Hey, man, congratulations on the pole start here. See you drop back a couple positions, but now you've got that first spot locked in again, coming to the restart. How are you feeling?
Feeling all right. It's been pretty hectic here in 5 through 6th and I think 4th there. It's pretty hectic. I feel like every time I get pole, I mess up the start. But hopefully I could turn something into this right here.
Definitely. Hopefully we can turn that commentator's curse into commentator's good luck charm.
Something like that. So you found out it's hard to start on the bottom. What's your plan here going forward, starting from that pole position again?
I'm just trying to settle in, keep the car clean, and keep it in there and see where I'm at the end.
Definitely. All right, well, you know you're locked in, so you can try some different stuff if you want to. So definitely a more weight off your shoulders there. But good luck, Joe, and hopefully we'll see you at the end of the race.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
No problem. Good luck.
That was Joe Stafford in that 57 Chevrolet, leading the points for Sunday Night NASCAR. So definitely someone we want to talk to. Starting outside of him is Raymond Root, Seba Cornez in 4th, and Joseph Lester on the bottom of row 2. Followed by Charles Eaton in 5th.
So I don't know if you noticed, but as we were coming down the front straightaway, we got 2 people coming out of pit lane with the pace car right there. I'm not too sure if pit lane was actually closed or pit exit was closed or not. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see if anybody had a black flag coming out of pit lane there.
Yeah, luckily entering or exiting a closed pit is a relatively cheap penalty. You're starting at the back, which if you're already starting at the back, you're not super worried about it. Raleigh Austin Story and Matt Baker trying to get their cars repaired so they can get out there, as Joe Stafford is going to be taking your green flag. Joseph Lester pushing Joe Stafford, trying to get past Raymond Root. Unable to make it happen. Oh, throws a couple blocks there, Joe Stafford does. Trying to keep Joseph behind him. Joseph still on that bumper going into turn 1. Joe able to keep Joseph behind him, and Joseph actually going to get pushed high. Raymond Root is going to take over your second place. Seems like everybody else gets rolling. I see Seba also making the pass on Joseph Lester, trying to make it happen.
Saw Bob Nestor there behind him getting a little loose coming out of that turn 4.
So it's interesting to see him in the back there. Everybody trying to find places to pass. Slower cars getting a little bit lower. Where have you is Austin Story and Matt Baker. These guys are battling for the lucky dog position, so definitely something to keep on there. As Joe Stafford being challenged by Raymond Root. See, we'll go. Let's go on and turn it up on the roof. Brought to you by Davis Brothers Roofing. Let's go on the roof of Seba Cornez, as he's going to be the one to watch here in our Turn It Up session. I always call it a session. I don't know.
Turn It Up segment?
Segment, yep. So guys, turn up the computer, phone, whatever you're watching on, and check out this battle we got between the top 3 of Raymond Root, Joseph Stafford, and Joseph Lester. caution is out. Your second caution at about the halfway mark. Barrett Coffee looks like he gets into some issue. Let's go back, see what happened here. Looks like just floats up in front of the 22, it looked like. Randy Spivey.
Again, kind of sandwiched there into the wall. Looks like more of a racing incident. Number 4, Barrett Coffee, kind of drifting up just a bit.
See what Alan, who do I want to see there? There we go. I want to see it from Mr. 97's point of view. Just able to make it through there. Definitely need some new pants. Tom McGee is able to get through there.
Somebody contact his crew chief. He's going to be coming in for a pit stop. Grab him some underwear while you're at it.
There we go. Oh, man. As Joe Stafford with a pretty bad pit there. Possibly missing his pit box or something. Let's take a look, see what we can see. Takes a while to get through here. Here we go. See his pit. That's 10 seconds longer than everybody else. Slid through a little bit there. Looks like he's just repairing. That's what it did. Like, repairing some issues, probably. Raven Root
Maybe getting some adjustments as well.
Oh, no. Okay. I see what it is now. Joe Stafford and Kavaja Holt decided to pit, whereas everybody else didn't pit. So that's what happened. Raymond Root, Seba Cornez, Charles Eaton, Joseph Lester, and Alan Hinson, your top 5, stayed out. Nicholas Breidenbach, Marty Roberts Jr., Chris Claude, Damon Lester, your top 9 that come in. So, Kavaja Holt, Joe Stafford, stay out. Kind of decide, hey, let's roll the dice, see if we can win it on fuel here. As Raymond Root and those guys up there probably expecting another caution or a green flag pit stop. I don't think they're going to make it here. I think they have a 20 to 23 lap fuel window. So it's something for them to keep an eye on for sure. So folks, if you are watching, be sure and give us a like, share, follow, all that good stuff. Be like Poseidon, tell us what we're doing, I guess. Let us know what's going on in the booth. What's going on with you? Who are you rooting for? I see we got a couple for Joseph and Damon Lester. People cheering for them. Of course, we always like to thank the sponsors here at SNN, which is On Target Performance Group, Outcast Sim Paints, and Butt Kicker, and of course the title sponsor Davis Brothers Roofing and Timeless Designs. Get more into those later, as Joseph Lester's going to see what it's like to start up top. This is the first time I've seen him up top, other than when he started the race. Going to be working with Raymond Root to see if he can pass. Of course, Raymond Root's paint, he's always painted by Outcast Sim Paints. take a look at that car. As we see the pace car coming in. Raymond Root going to take him on the outside. Joseph Lester, Siva Cornez behind him. Everybody stretching out there in the back. Joe Stafford has some work to do.
Joseph Lester looking like he's got a little run going down into turn 2 here. Gonna try on the inside. See if he can make it stick. That's
hard to pass there in that tunnel.
And he's got Siva Cornez now on his outside as well.
Getting it below the yellow line there, trying to get on the apron to make that pass work as Siva Cornez drifts up. Raymond Root has his work cut out for him. Joseph Lester making a run off turn 3. Able to stick on that inside line. He's going to have to use the side draft if he wants to make those work, because this high line definitely has a ton of space.
But he's got the move done.
He's got it through. Let's see if he's going to get crossed up here.
He's going to go down for the block. Root back to the outside. Root making that high line work through turn 2. He's going to get a good run coming down this back straightaway.
Siva Cornez is going to throw his hat in the ring, or at least tease of it. Unable to make it work. See if he's got him clear. He does not have him clear up high. Is
Too wide down the front straightaway, and Root's got the speed.
What a battle here for first, as Joseph Lester just not giving up. Siva Cornez putting pressure on Joseph Lester. Charles Eaton just sitting back watching them all. Alan Hinton, I said his name earlier. I said be on the lookout for him. He's up 14 positions. Of course, Nicholas Breidenbach up 6. Chris Claude, someone you also have to work out for. Kabaja Holt, Dalton Mobley, and of course Joe Stafford, your first on fresh tires. I'm sorry, Kabaja Holt, your first on fresh tires. But that whole group trying to push through the field, as Raymond Root definitely has the setup after it gets locked in to make it happen. Puts about a half second on Joseph Lester at Siba. Trying to keep in that draft. You know, NASCAR says you can block once. You can go down and block, but 2 blocks is a little aggressive. As Charles Eaton is making his way back past Siba. So 30 laps left. Go ahead.
Also, Alan Hinton making it past Siva Cornez there. Getting stuck on that high line and just not having the speed. Gonna look to cross him up here. Doesn't have the drive out of the corner, but he'll stick on the tail there of the 41, Alan Hinton.
Yeah, it's hard to make those passes work down the straightaway unless you just got a really good run and you can beat them low. But there's so much space and you really want to get set up for turn 1. It is definitely hard to do. The one thing about this track, especially with 30 laps, don't really have to worry about too much lap traffic unless someone is just really hurting. As you can see, Mike Contino and Steve Dardarius, take a look at the track map there, how far back they are. 32 is your only lap traffic, and he's damaged. As Joseph Lester has left Charles Eaton and Alan Hinton, as they have been racing each other, getting that side draft on, getting that stuff. Getting that arrows. We got a wreck behind him. 11, Lauren Jones.
Oh, into the barrels.
Stuck in the barrels. Super
gonna need a
unfortunate.
tow. He's stuck.
Unless there's going to be a Good Samaritan. Let's see.
There's a barrel in his quarter fender.
A Good
Don't think
Samaritan
he's
would have
getting out of that
to,
one.
yeah, would have to take him out there. So let's see what happened. Of course, that perfect hit into the sand barrels was brought to you by
On target. That was
On Target
pretty on
Performance
point.
Group.
Yeah.
If you want
You
to
might
get the
need
read
a-
for On Target, I will get us back here.
He's quite on target with those barrels there. So we'll go ahead and give that one to On Target Performance Group. Improve your business performance and business profitability, lower business costs, and get on track for continuous business improvement. He's gonna have to go down in the pit lane and get some improvement to his car after that hit there, and bang, there's a water barrel, sand barrel, whatever you want to call it, in his passenger seat, taking a trip with him. Hard hit. Thank goodness this is simulation racing. This is not real racing, so none of the drivers are hurt. That would be a pretty nasty wreck if that was in real life.
Yeah.
So everybody is safe. Everybody will be able to walk home tonight or walk to their bed tonight.
The window net is down. So let's dial in with Chris Claude.
If I can find him here. Chris, this is Christian and James up in the booth. You got us?
I've got you.
Hey man, just figured we'd get you out of chat there. I see you're coming in for a pit stop. We will try not to take too much away from you there as I let you get in your
You're fine.
box. Well, so got a lot of work to do, man. You've been working through the field, being pretty methodical. How are you looking on fuel strategy? How are you looking on making this your last stop?
This should be my last stop now with this caution. It worked out to my advantage. I thought I was going to stop under green, but this will be my last stop unless we get a real late caution, and then I may or may not come in for tires, just depending on how hard I have to run it.
So, how are those tires affecting the race?
Not as bad as I thought, but we have had several cautions, so I haven't had the real long green flag run. They were not too bad this last run, so I do believe that if it stays green, then I should be fine, and certainly will be good on fuel. So most likely I will not be coming back in.
Good deal. Well, Chris, good luck. Maybe you can win it like Kyle Busch on fuel, on strategy. Of course, you can win it on skill
great
as well, but I'd love to see.
Yeah, hopefully I won't have to stay in fourth gear the entire race.
Yes, hopefully so. All right, man. Well, good luck. Good luck fighting through everybody, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of the race.
That sounds good.
Yep.
As that was Chris Claude, your league owner, actually. As we have some issues under yellow. See, Joseph Lester's. I've got him registered as a crash. Let's see what happened here. As Joseph slowed down to let a lot of people through. Don't know what happened there. I guess we'll find out later.
Also, as we were talking there with Chris, there was an incident in the pit lane. 2 people coming together.
Who was that?
Did not see numbers. It was not 100% sure.
Let's see what happened.
Right there down at the end.
Coming into the pits?
No. They were entering their pit boxes. Look down. Nope, further down. Keep it right there. Right there, the black and the orange car. Looks like the 86 and 23 of Austin Story. $36 maybe? No, it's not the 36. 23 and the 4 rather.
Barrett Coffee. As Austin probably just didn't see him there underneath him. Comes into him as the lights are off. We are ready to go green here. Joe Stafford gonna lead him around. Use that pit strategy to his advantage. Hopefully he can make it with Jarrett Small on the outside. Robert Nestor in third and Dalton Mobley in fourth. As he's able to get back there. Raymond Root just pitted. So I think everybody up to Joe Stafford, other than Joe Stafford, is on fresher tires, able to make it till the end here. 24 laps to go. Was there 3 wide there? Seba Cornez, Matt Gaskins, Tom McGee, everybody back there. More issues. Oh, somebody in the wall. Dean Weeks still wrecking. They're able to get it going. 7, Derek Jacobs. He's got time. Maybe he's gonna hold it there. We're still green. Derek Jacobs still stopped there, so he's gonna take a tow. We're gonna let everything settle out and see what happens there. Because I don't even think we have a registered crash there. I can't find it yet. Derek Jacobs. See where it all went wrong for Derek Jacobs in the 7 and the 5. Just gets slow, not many people able to. Seems like everybody just got checked up there. Oh, as we're wrecking again, Seba Cornez. Seba Cornez, Thomas Neal.
Somebody left a little bit of oil out on the track. Everybody reckon.
Yeah. The story of the race for the NASCAR race yesterday and today was debris. Believe it or not. Oh, just
17 just drifting up into the wall, smacked the wall. Came down back on Seba Cornez. And collects the 2.
Thomas Neal. Hopefully that's everybody. as Tom McGee has been involved in. He's had to have a change of pants for every wreck that happens, just right up in front of him. Fulson there able to make it through. Thomas Neal unfortunately caught up there. Very unfortunate hit there for Thomas Neal. As Joe Stafford still keeps his lead. Raymond Root. Joe Stafford deciding to stay out. Interesting choice here, as I hope he has the fuel to make it. Dalton Mobley third. Robert Nestor fifth. Chad Saner in fifth. As Matt Baker has made his lap back finally. Able to pit here. He's enjoying all these cautions. He's able to get his lucky dog spot and make it back. As well as Austin Story, who has made it back on the lead lap. So your fifth caution here at Pocono. Definitely, I may have jinxed it when I said that last time I raced we had no cautions. Of course, this race is brought to you by Outcast Sim Paints and Timeless Designs. Of course, Butt Kicker. If you're, who was that? 47. Tom McGee. If you're Tom McGee, maybe that Butt Kicker. Maybe he's got one of those, and it warns him every time he's about to be a rake. He's got it set up in the future or something. Give him a little kick in the ass to let him know, hey man, watch out.
Why?
They're about to be wrecking. So, good on
Spidey
them.
senses.
Yeah, of course, it's brought to you, of course, by Sim Racing Media as well. We are the broadcasters for the group. So be sure and check out our page or let us know if you're interested in us hosting your race, broadcasting your money race or whatever have you. So I want to see, what is that? Is that a Care Bears car? Is that what that is? Did he lose a bet? Unlock the magic, number 47. Care Bears.
Or maybe Care Bears is supporting him and giving him some sponsorship money there.
You're right. How dare I assume?
Exactly. This is 2021, man. Can't be assuming.
Definitely not. Of course,
Very interesting car. I do like it a little bit, but yeah. Maybe he did lose a bet. I'd like to hear the story on that one, actually. Cool scheme, but yeah. So Joe Stafford down there on the front, taking up pole position on the bottom line. Raymond Root to his outside with Nestor Mobley behind them.
So the last restart, I think it was Raymond Root took it high. We found out that was illegal. So he didn't know, but leaders not get the choice in this league, so they have to start low. So Joe Stafford taking that bottom line, Raymond Root up top, Robert Nestor in third, Dalton Mobley in third, Robert Nestor in fourth, and Tom McGee.
Yeah, and last time we talked to Stafford, he said he was trying to still figure out these restarts. He was having a little bit of issues there on the restart. Or the green flag. So with the pace lights out, coming down the final back straightaway, going down into turn 3. Where is 4? We'll see if he's gotten any closer to finding that mark where he wants to be on these restarts.
Definitely. As he doesn't have Joseph Lester behind him for the first time, I think, in a while, as Joseph Lester is in 11th position back there. So Joe Stafford going to take the green flag here at Pocono in the DBR 163 with 20 laps to go.
You see the 4 there, Bear Coffee making some moves down on the bottom, hopefully across the checkered line. before making those moves on the bottom line, or he'd be having a black flag right now.
Everybody moving and racing. Joe Stafford, everybody up front lined up, everybody behind him as Joe Stafford actually is going to get past on the bottom and see if he can hold it. Goes down there and unable to make it as Raymond Root actually gets a little bit out of shape. Joe Stafford behind him, staying locked up to that bumper, maybe trying to pull away from the pack before he decides to race him. Tom McGee sliding up under.
I was just going to say, nose to tail down that back straightaway. And definitely Joseph Stafford trying to push him as hard as he can.
Yeah, trying to.
This is a nice view of that engine.
Yeah.
See what kind of specs Joe Stafford's looking at right now.
Oh, is it number 77? Dalton Mobley actually gets into the wall. Everybody able to check up.
Oh, I love that camera view.
As Joe Stafford getting a little out of shape. I tell you, Raymond Root, all he needs is about 3 laps, and he is gapping whoever's behind him. Robert Nestor now battling Joe Stafford. Kavaja Holt back there. Joseph Lester, after his issue after pit road, up to 5th. As smart money's on Raymond Root right now to win it. As if we can stay green, I've got good money on Raymond Root. He definitely he pulls away after he executes the pass on Joe Stafford. He's got about a half-second gap here, really trying to break up that draft as Robert Nestor has maybe decided to push Joe to the leader. It's pretty much his best bet there is to stay tucked in, make that pass. So you got a battle for 8th as Marty Roberts gets passed by Alan Hinson. Rewind the back to Benjamin Hart. That is the longest front stretch in NASCAR.
Is it a front stretch? Back stretch?
What did I call it?
You called it a front stretch?
That's what it is.
It's a side stretch?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the actual front stretch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the longest front stretch in NASCAR. So that's why you're able to. They got those like 6 or 7 lanes.
Yeah.
You can make a pass there, really make it happen.
It's also the widest as well. At least in my opinion.
Sure as crap looks like it. I don't know what else they would race at Pocono. As Robert Nestor getting involved, Joseph Lester looking at where it passing Joe Stafford. Joe Stafford on super old tires, possibly saving on fuel as well. Last pitted lap 30. See if he has enough to make it as Joseph Lester moves to the inside of Robert Nestor. All these sounds. We got Joseph and Joe and Lester and Nestor.
Joe show. Nestor show. Joseph's gonna make the pass on to Joe. See if he can get it to stick.
15 gets a little bit out of shape
have
there.
Anything follow up with that going down to turn 1.
I don't think he does. I mean, Joseph's on fresher tires than Stafford. You guys are all battling. Of course, back there, Marty Roberts battling as well. This is your battle for 6th. Chad Sander moving to the inside at number 35.
Almost 3 wide down the backstretch.
Momentum's so huge here. So important to keep your momentum other than to keep that from happening, as Joseph Lester is they're about 2 seconds back from Raymond Root, as nobody can touch him. Once he breaks away, gets in that clean air, all he has to worry about is running fast laps, and that's something we know he can do. About 2 seconds on Joseph Lester and Joe Stafford. Of course, taking a look back, let's take a look at Matt Baker. Got involved in that accident. Lap 20 or so. Last pitted lap 45. Fighting Nicholas Breidenbach, Chris Claude, Austin Story. So these guys have some... Oh, as Matt Baker almost loses it there. Austin Story and him have some history, so let's see what happens here, as Chris Claude's going to be watching that battle. So everybody lined up, top 5 here, kind of waiting to see what happens. So we got Raymond Root, he's about 2.5 seconds, still widening that out. Joseph Lester in 3rd. Joe Stafford, 3rd. I'm sorry, Joseph Lester in 2nd. Joe Stafford, 3rd. Kavaja Holt, 4th. Robert Nestor in 5th. Marty Roberts Jr. in 6th. Charles Eaton, 7th. Chad Sander, Alan Henson, battling with Tom McGee and Barrett Coffey. They're round out your top 10. Nicholas Breidenbach, Matt Baker, Austin Story. As we go, a little battle back here. Austin Story, Chris Claude, Matthew Gaskins. Battling for 13th.
Battle for 12th. 5 cars battle for 14th here. 5 cars battle for 12th.
Back up here is, we're 3 wide here at the lead for 2nd place. I'm sorry, for 3rd place. Joe Stafford trying to hold off Robert Nestor and Kavaja Holt.
Only 9 laps to go.
Yeah, if you're going to push, it's time to make your push. You got to watch out, though, at Pocono. Pushing here can be very deadly once you get it into the wall. Of course, Mr. Root has checked out. Joseph Lester in 2nd. Joe Stafford holding off Kavaja Holt. Another battle here, Alan Henson and Barrett Coffey. Nicholas Breidenbach and Tom McGee. Tom McGee just sliding back the longer this run goes on. Definitely a short run car there. Of course, remember this race is brought to you by Davis Brothers Roofing, established in 1983 for all your residential and commercial roofing needs, based in Tennessee. So if you need a new roof, give them a call. Joe Stafford again, just holding off everything. So everybody pretty much lined up. Not much going on with that I can see. It seems to be our biggest battle for 3rd with 7 laps to go.
Yeah, it only really looks like, as far as up here in the front of the field, Joe Stafford trying to hold off Kavaja Holt. Kavaja trying to get somewhat of a little bit of a draft going on Joe. See if he can't make a run down here on turn 1. Keeping it stuck down in the bottom lane. Try and hold that momentum going down the back stretch here. Going side by side, trying to get a little bit of that side draft. Gets up into Joe Stafford. Joe Stafford's going to lose the momentum off of that.
Falls back hard. Robert Nestor now on his hind end, trying to make it work. As we see Austin's story, see what's going on with him. As he's trying to pass number 79 car of Matthew Gaskins back here in 15th. There's Matt Baker. There, Tom McGee. Everybody getting pretty spread out.
Only 6 laps to go, and the only thing Joseph Lester is hoping for is that Raymond Root's going to run out of gas before he crosses that line. But there's still quite a significant gap, and I would assume that Root is fine on gas, given that he's only pitted but 20 laps ago. So
yeah, so pitted at the same time as Joseph Lester, so pretty much the rest of the top 10. The only one that was probably worried about fuel is Joe Stafford. Last pit at lap 30, so he's close. I know the IRL NASCAR, it was lap 40 to 45 was their pit window. So Joe's probably looking at getting close. Of course, the story is just Raymond Root just taking off. 2.5 second gap on him. Joseph Lester's got a 1.5 second lap gap back to Kavaja Holt, and Joe Stafford, of course, back there in 4th. Marty Roberts Jr. making his way into the top 5, passing Robert Nestor. Maybe he's got something for him, as his last lap was a 55.14, faster than your leader. Maybe he's figured something out. 5 laps to go here in the Davis Brothers Roofing Pocono 163. As Kavaja Holt has caught up with the number 9 of Joseph Lester. Got some lap cars in the way. That is the number 7 car of Derek Jacobs, involved in an accident earlier. As we have a yellow flag.
Oh no, that's gonna shake some things up.
Barrett Coffee and Matt. It looks like Matt Baker.
Matt Baker getting into some trouble again.
So that was Chad Center. That wasn't Matt Baker.
Oh,
it's very similar looking paint cars. So it seems like Barrett Coffee. Oh, it just gets high up into the wall. Takes out Barrett Coffee as well. That was unfortunate. They were running top 5.
So this is gonna shake some things up.
Oh man. And of course, you know who was there. You know who saw the whole thing. Bam. Oh man, Tom McGee, I think, has seen every accident so far. I want to dial him up. I want to talk to Tom McGee if we can.
Does not look like he is in the Discord. Thomas Neal, that's not Tom McGee. I do not see a Tom McGee.
Dang it.
Well, Tom McGee, if you are watching this broadcast either live or post race, we'll have to get with you next week, or if you could jump in the Discord. Our man's James here's wants to talk to you.
I'm gonna rub some of that luck off. It seems like everybody pits. Everybody was close to go there. Joe Stafford, your big winner with that yellow, as he was on old everything. So he's gonna come out. So your battle off pit road. Raymond Root in first. Joseph Lester second. Kavaja Holt in third. Joe Stafford fourth, and Robert Nestor comes out at fifth. So Raymond Root has had trouble in traffic here. They're going overtime here, folks. What that means is they will take the green flag, then the white flag, and then the checkered flag in that row. So it's a green, white, checkered. If there is an accident before the white flag, they will line them back up again, do one more overtime, I believe. If there's an accident after the white flag, they are going to let them race it out, finish it out, and the next flag finishes it. So if there is a blockage of the track, somebody's in danger, they will throw that yellow, and whoever was in the lead will, when the yellow came out, will win, or whoever checkered. So Raymond Root going to start on the inside. Joseph Lester starting on the outside. I'm going to let you take this call. I got to go check on something.
Will do. So we got Raymond Root down there on the bottom, Joseph Lester there on the outside. Lights are off. Pace car will go down into the pit lane this time by Kavaja Holt, Joe Stafford, right behind your leaders. Kavaja there doing a little scrubbing of the tires, trying to warm them up. It's always a huge debate whether or not iRacing actually incorporates that. So we make our way down the final straightaway here, down to turn 3. Waiting the green flag. As we said before, this will be a green, white, checkered. They'll take the green flag. If there's a caution before the white flag is flown, they will stack them back up and restart and retry it once again. If there's a wreck after the white flag, racing will continue. No caution will be called. And that race will go under checkered. Raymond Root taking the green flag, getting an amazing start. Joseph Lester trying to keep up, will drop down behind him. Joe Stafford stuck to the outside. Joseph Lester moves up, but will eventually make his way back down to the inside. Trying to make a move here on a Raymond.
Unable to make that stick. He's going to get to the door of Raymond Root. Battling out as we are wrecking back there. That is Damon Lester. Caution is going to come out. Seems like Damon just
25 getting loose, collecting the 48.
and later on it seems like everybody trying to get through there.
48 getting a piece of the 11 there too. Very unfortunate for him.
Thomas McGee not involved in that one. Didn't even see it. Back behind.
He hasn't
him.
been involved in any of them. Just
Well, yeah,
didn't
not
see
even
this
close
one.
to that one.
Luckily, this one happened behind him. He does not need a change of underwear. He will be continuing on.
So Raymond Root going to try it one more time. Joseph Lester, Kavaja Holt behind him. Joe Stafford starting up high now. So Raymond has seen... I'm sorry. Joseph has seen Raymond's hand. He's seen how he wants to start, so we shall see how it's going to go out. How that's going to translate. As you're in our 7th caution, 3 to go. Last chance here at overtime. I guess my wife is watching a TV show, and I've been sick all week or all weekend. And my wife was watching a TV show where somebody threw up, so I thought she was throwing up. So I was like, "Oh God." She's been such a champ taking care of me this weekend, so I was like, well, gotta go take care of her, but luckily it was just a TV show.
Well, good thing it's not her.
Yeah. I don't think I can take care of her as good as she took care of me this weekend. Sick as a dog. I got that man flu.
Oh goodness.
As Joseph Lester is gonna try it and see what he can do. So this is gonna be interesting as they come to the green here. I'm imagining, since nobody pitted, they're gonna turn the pace lights off manually. We'll see. No, they're not. They're gonna go one more time around. So Joseph Lester gonna see what's gonna happen here on that outside lane. If he can get the advantage on the outside lane. And keep an eye on when Raymond Root goes. Get a good push from Joe Stafford. The outside lane really does have the advantage. Almost every single time that they restarted in IRL NASCAR, it chose the outside lane. So, of course, this league does not have a choose rule for the number 1. So, definitely something that Raymond Root has to keep an eye out for. He has to get that good jump. Super important to get out in front and take that outside line away from Joseph Lester. So Raymond Root, definitely your guy to watch for here. He's had some good restarts. Of course, in the back, some people that really could take advantage. Robert Nestor starting at the bottom of that row 3. If something happens in front of him, he'll be the one that can capitalize, dive down low in the 30,000 feet of area he has to the left of him to get around some accidents. You know, it's not super high banking, so it's going to be hard to... it's not a self-cleaning track. Most of the wrecks are going to stay high, so something to keep an eye on there as well. As we have got the word, we're going to go green next time by. This will be your last overtime restart. The next flag will end this race, whether it's yellow or checkered. We'll take a look from Joseph Lester as we're going to watch this restart from his view on his roof, the Davis Brothers roof cam. See if he decides to keep him about a car length ahead of him. That's just free real estate that he's given Raymond Root there. See if that keeps up. Of course, Joe Stafford behind him. Kavaja Holt creeping up in that 15. Just really got to work on that. Really got to work on that side draft to really make that work.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was Lester here, I'd be trying to get on that gas as early as I can. Trying to get the momentum because he's leaving about a full car length between him and
yeah. Luke. I don't know if I wouldn't be window to window there. There he goes, gaps it up there.
There you go. Been a good run here on Root.
Very good run. Holding back there a little bit to get that run, but he's able to bring Joe Stafford with him as well. Let's see if Raymond can recover on that bottom line. Kavaja Holt drifting up into Joe Stafford. Let's see if he can save it. Oh, he is able to save it. So now your battle, he's going to get in front of people. We're wrecking in the back. Yellow flag is out. Oh, that's going to be close. That is going to be close. If Joseph Lester is out in front of Raymond Root, that'll decide who ends it. As we're going to see the moment the yellow flag came out, they are battling, blocking, and in the back, 4 wide. Oh, that is going to be super close if we figure out whether Raymond Root beat out Joseph Stafford. So let's see what happened in the back. Of course, that was Barrett Coffee battling there. Getting turned down there. So as it's scored right now, Joseph Lester is in first. They're going to bring him around to the checkered flag under yellow, since that was our last overtime. Raymond Root in second, Joe Stafford third, Kavaja Holt fourth, and Charles fifth. That yellow flag was right before that, so Joseph Lester getting very lucky there. As that yellow flag, not lucky, but getting definitely a millisecond later on that yellow flag, and he's out. So let's see that restart again. Joseph Lester kind of hanging back a little bit, about a car lengths back, and getting a really good jump with Joe Stafford. So I think that's it. Let's get him in here as Joe Stafford taking third. We're gonna talk to him first. If it wasn't that one, it would have been Kavaja Holt.
To believe it is Joe Stafford here in third. Go ahead and bring him in the booth. Joe Stafford, this is Christian and James in the booth. You got us?
Nice.
Hey, congratulations on the third place finish, man. Unfortunately, maybe not the way we wanted it to end, under caution. But nonetheless, nice performance out there tonight. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. I wasn't really good this race, but I got a good jump there on that last restart. I felt like it was a pretty good race, and it should have ended under green. That kind of sucks, but good for me. I got another top 3.
Yeah, definitely. You're leading the points, as well as punched your ticket twice so far. So there's no real immediate danger for you. You're already in, so
Yeah,
still feels nice to make it on the podium, I would assume.
just trying to be consistent and hold the regular season standings, and then when the playoffs comes, worry about that.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Well,
overall, I was gonna say overall, how did the track feel tonight with not quite your standard oval?
Yeah, it is. It's really tricky. It's really slick in the one, especially on new tires for me. I just couldn't get it tonight. That first lap, it was so slick. But there at the end, I backed it up and was trying to be more consistent. Beginning of the race, I was not really consistent. I was missing my lines, and I fell back to like 10th, and I was a bit frustrated.
well, you did a good job, man. Finished top 3. Really got lucky with that last yellow. You're close on fuel, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I was really close. I only have 0.9 left.
Nice. Well, great job on the restart. Able to pull out a 3rd place. Anybody you want to thank? Shout out.
Shout out Joseph Lester. He's been working hard, and he finally got his first win. And shout out to all the guys in the race. Everyone was pretty clean around me. And yeah, see you guys next week. And shout out to my dad. He's watching right now.
There we go. Well, we appreciate you, Joe, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you guys. Take care.
No worries.
Next is going to be Mr. Raymond Root.
Mr. Raymond Root, familiar face around here in the booth. How you doing? This is Christian and James in the booth.
Not doing too good right now, actually.
Not too good? Well, take us through it, man. What's going on?
Well, that last restart, Joseph was laying back really hard, and I ended up getting past me before the start finish line. So right there should be a black flag, and it should be my win. Not really trying to be cocky, but I had the best car all night, and he couldn't deal with owning up to that. I mean, I could drive away from everybody and break the draft, and he still wants to pull stuff like this.
Well, you definitely had a demanding car all night. Pulled a 2.5-second gap before that last caution there, before the overtimes, and almost passed them there on the last caution. So overall, you definitely had one of the fastest cars out there tonight. Did overall outstanding job. James, you got anything?
No, just like the sponsors. Like the sponsors
yeah.
on the car, definitely. You definitely had a fast car. I know restarts were an issue, but once you broke through and got away, yeah, man, you had a really good car. Hopefully, we'll go ahead.
Restarts weren't really an issue. It was just more along the lines of this package. I mean, whoever was leading was a sitting duck.
Yeah, starting on the bottom there. Definitely,
Yeah.
It is a disadvantage to start on the bottom. Is that the pig from the Mystery Shack?
I have no clue. It was just a couple of logos that I found, and I thought that they were hilarious, and so we threw them all over the car.
I like it. All right, man. Well, congratulations on your 2nd place finish. I know you're already locked in the playoffs, so good to go there. And anybody you want to thank or shout out?
I'd like to thank Hawk Simworks and Pay to Win Setups for another car that's unbeatable.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like it. That's a glaring recommendation, pulling out 2.5 seconds in front of everybody in the long run. But yeah, congratulations, man, and hopefully we'll see you in here next week.
All right, thank you.
No worries. All right, and we'll go ahead and grab your race winner, Joseph Lester. Joseph, this is Christian and James in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, congratulations. Finally got your win. Able to take that number 9 Napa Auto Parts car to victory lane. How's it feel getting your first win in the series?
It's awesome. That was a crazy race. I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's insane.
Well, you were up front all day. I know it was hard to keep Raymond in front of you. I mean, it was hard to keep him in that draft once he got a long run. So you were able to get that restart, do what needed to be done on that high line. How happy were you for that last restart?
With that caution about, I don't know when it came out, but that bunched up the field, and I knew that was my chance because I thought I had a decent short run car that could compete with RJ, and then that final restart, I learned from my mistakes. I got a better jump, and I was able to keep side by side. And then I sent it into turn one and got clear. Then it was just a blocking game until the caution came out.
Definitely. You missed that caution coming out by about 0.5 seconds or less. We saw on our little thing there. So came out just at the right time for you. I think you got it back right afterwards. I don't know if it would have been too much of an issue. But definitely some really good luck and also some really great racing on your part. It's really good to see you in victory lane finally. I know we see you up top pretty much every race since I've been broadcasting this league. So it's actually really awesome to see you in victory lane, brother, and enjoy it.
Yeah. Just thanks to my family, my friends, my team. Thank you, God. Thanks to God for putting me in the position to be able to do this. I had to overcome a speeding penalty with like 20 to go, and that was awesome.
Yeah, well, you did great, man. Again, congratulations, and go celebrate with your family, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, talk to you later.
So that was Joseph Lester, your race winner. So he's going to heat up them front tires there. So that has been the Pocono 163, brought to you by Davis Brothers Roofing. Of course, I've been James Rowles, Christian Stewart with Sim Racing Media. Let's go ahead and run through your results here, as we kind of have had the tower up the whole time. But we'll go ahead and run through these results, tentative results, or finalized results, I believe. Joseph Lester in first place, Raymond Root finishing second, Joe Stafford in third, Kavaja Holt fourth, Charles Eaton in fifth place, Robert Nestor sixth, Tom McGee seventh, Alan Henson in eighth, Marty Roberts Jr. ninth, Matt Baker coming back from an accident to finish 10th place, Nicholas Breidenbach 11th, Chris Claude 12th, 13th, Matthew Gaskins, Benjamin Harp 14th, Austin Story 15th, Dalton Mobley 16th, Mike Contino 17th, Steve Dardaris 18th, Jeff O'Rourke 19th, and Dave Regal in 20th. If you want to finish this out there, Christian.
Yep, Steve Cornez in 21st, Chad Sanner in 22nd, Damon Lester in 23rd, Barrett Coffey in 24th, Derek Jacobs in 25th, Dean Weeks in 26th, 27th, Thomas Neal, Warren Jones in 28th, Jarrett Smalls in 29th, Kevin Rourke 30th, Randy Spivey in 31st, Leo Bonacasa in 32nd. 33rd will be Daniel Fink with an unfortunate wreck early in the race.
Yeah, I feel you, Danielle. I also have issues at Pocono, so totally get it. So that has been your presentation, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Come see us next week. They're going to be at the Road America course, I believe. I know the real people are going to be in Road America. Let me double check here.
Yes, next week is Road America.
Road America.
Yeah.
Same time, same place. Come check us out, SRM Media. So this has been a Sim Racing Media production. Michael, you got anything left for him?
Michael, it's Christian.
Gosh, I'm looking at your name. Christian, do you have anything left for him?
I did. It was on the tip of my tongue, and then lost train of thought. But thank you, everybody, for watching. See you next week. Send them out, James.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. July 4th should be some good fireworks, guys. And as always, be safe, and we'll see you in the booth next week.